Back to the coverage on a Sunday. It's January 26, 2020. Happy Chinese New Year as well to all of our Chinese viewers here of the ASEAN Basketball League season number 10. Rise to greatness. San Miguel Alab Pilipinas Mono Vampire Basketball Club from Thailand. Their third encounter of the season. Again, a quick update. If you guys were just tuned in, they're 1-1 in the season series so far. First one taken by Mono, second one taken by Alab, and this is to break the tie. They meet 4 times in the season, so this is the second to the last as we take a look at the quarter scoring here. Alab Pilipinas getting the edge in that big third quarter mix.
And also in the second quarter, that's why they had that great momentum heading in to the third quarter. 26 and 26 first and second quarters. That is a high scoring output for Mono Vampire.
So Mono able to reach the 20s in all of the quarters so far, putting up 73 points here as we begin the fourth and final quarter. And Mike Morrison and Sam Deguara both back on the floor for their respective teams. Morrison, quick jumper, and that panker again is available for Mike Morrison.
He just took his time. He knew that there was a mismatch on that switch. That's why he was confident in knocking down that bank shot for Mike Morrison.
And the lead is back up to double figures. Oh, Tarako to heading, saving it to Gray. 6 seconds to work with for Jeremiah Gray here.
Has to take this.
3 seconds. Gray on the drive, floats it up. And that shot is off, but as the time ended, as it expired, a foul was whistled.
Bailout call for Jeremiah Gray. Usually, shot clock winding down, you just let the offense take it and just play good defense.
So Jeremiah Gray rewarded here with 2 free throws. And what a decision makes to drive the basketball. A lot of people would have taken the heave from the 3-point line.
That's true. That's why when he took the drive, I wasn't so sure if he was aware of the shot clock.
Yeah.
But then credit the quickness and the handles of Maya Gray. That's why he was able to beat him on that first step. Able to drive with just 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
He's rewarded with these 2 free throws.
And Jeremiah Gray knocking down the first, just averaging 8 points per game, but his unparalleled impact on the floor on both sides. And that's why he gets a lot of minutes for Coach Jimmy Alapag. 67 to 75 here. 1 minute gone in the fourth quarter. Tyler Lamb. They go to Preston Knowles. Knowles, fadeaway jumper is good. And that's over Brickman again.
That has been easy all game for Preston Knowles against Jason Brickman. I actually thought Andre Karakot was also playing good defense against Preston Knowles. There's more pressure and there's more bumps.
And immediately, Mono recognizing that situation, going back to Preston Knowles on offense. And that's a foul here on the other side against Mono Vampire. Unclear who is it on. So Mike Morrison is called for the personal. Third one on him. Here's the lob to Sam Deguara. Oh, that's another one on Mike. That's going to be number 4. One more. He exits the game.
But then Mike Morrison was claiming that the elbow was there. But as you can see, the hand was behind. He was hugging Deguara. That's why he was called for the foul.
That's right.
And you're not going to call that elbow, that rested elbow. You're actually going to call that contact hindering the offense from where he needs to be.
That's right. Well put, Miggs. Gray is open. Oh, nothing but net for Jeremiah.
One also factor to consider, that's why shooters keep on shooting the basket, is because of the net.
Yeah.
It's thin. That is why when you want to take a shot, it's really swish inside.
Extra satisfaction for shooters
that's
here.
True, that's true.
Yeah.
That plays a factor.
That's right. Chantachon. Lamb from straight away. Lamb knocks it down. Oh, what an answer by Tyler Lamb.
And you feel like the ring is bigger for some reason. That's
Correct.
why shooters are able to knock down their shots.
Deguara had position against Chantachon. And good recognition from King. to feed it to Big Sam because he had the 6'3" Terawat Chantachon on him. But this is going to be number 4 on Tyler Lam. So foul was on him. And Sam Deguara heads to the free throw line. So far, Big Sam, a non-factor on offense. He only has 8 points in the ball game in 6 attempts. Sam swishes in the first.
Well, reason is now, Martin, especially time is not on the side of Alab Pilipinas. If you keep on feeding Sam Deguara the basketball, yes, it has its positives, but you will actually compromise the tempo of the game.
Yeah.
It will actually slow the game down, and in this position and in this time of the ball game for Alab Pilipinas, you need as many possessions as possible.
That's a great point. But Deguara stays on the court here. And speaking of turning up the pace, Mono Vampire quickly running to the offensive side. And Tyler Lam scoring on the reverse plus the foul. Let's go first to Ayana Perlas for her report. Ayana?
Martin and Mix, if in their game against Hong Kong they started out strong, well, in today's match that isn't the case. But just like what the coaching staff uttered, they can always turn things around. Mono, just like what you mentioned, they are known for starting out strong, but if there is one thing Alab is known for, it's for their mid-game hustle. Now, one player who truly hustled, Prince Williams, who is now just in his second game with Alab, Coach Jimmy Alapag mentioned that he had absolutely no problem gelling with the team, which can definitely be seen in today's match. Your thoughts?
Prince Williams, a better game for him here against Mono. 20 points compared to his 14 against Hong Kong Eastern. So fitting in seamlessly is Prince Williams for this team. And it also helps that he has unlimited range. And has that smooth stroke on his jump shot. And speaking of Prince Williams going to the line here for 2 shots. Number 4 now on Mike Singletary. So 4 fouls for Mike Singletary, Tyler Lamb, and Mike Morrison. That's a situation for Mono Vampire.
And the situation all game long is that Mono Vampire, for our viewers who just tuning in, Mono Vampire has been in control all game long.
Yeah.
And every time Alab Pilipinas wants to make a run, they always have answers.
Correct. And that's a sign of a team that's been spending a lot of time together.
Being composed, having experiences, maturity, that's right.
So 73 to 83, 2 for 2 for Prince Williams. Lamb, back to him against Gray. Lamb driving. Singletary with 6 seconds. Mike flips it up and in.
That's just great one-on-one. Great one-on-one move by Mike Singletary.
18 big ones for Singletary. Jeremiah on the reverse. Good pass from Brickman.
They've been doing that all game long, those backdoor cuts for Alab Pilipinas.
12 for Gray. Here's Knowles. Preston Knowles behind the back, the spin. And here's the shot from Preston. Wow.
That's been the issue, just trading baskets. And that has been the result of maturity and the chemistry of Mono Vampire.
Williams from the corner, and Williams knocking it down from deep. He's got 23 points now. But as you mentioned, Alab Pilipinas cannot exchange baskets here. They need a stop if they want to inch closer. Singletary is up against King. Singletary from straight away, off the mark. So this could be a start for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. They need to convert.
Crucial possession here.
It's Nick King who had to adjust. No good on the first, no good on the second. Battle for the rebound, ending up with Knowles, and a foul called against King.
One more thing for Mono Vampire. Every time a shot is put up, as we can see this backdoor cut by Jeremiah Gray, just putting the defense to skates. One crucial factor is again assist by a Brickman to Prince Williams for a 3. As I mentioned, the crucial factor for Mono Vampire is that every time a shot is put up, everybody's inside. At least 3 guys are in the paint to get for those rebounds.
Yeah. And again, unable to provide an answer is San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Posted problem by Mono Vampire as Chantachon banks that one home. So even Terawat joining the party here. King for 3, short. Left it short on that shot. And Tyler Lam here bringing the ball down. Almost halfway done in the fourth quarter. Mono Vampire able to maintain the 11-point lead. Singletary. Morgan pulls the trigger. Couldn't find a target. Brickman to Gray. Gray not opting to take it. Instead goes to Williams. They go to Deguara. Cross court to King. King for 3. Still off. And Tyler Lam saving it to the right guy. Morgan was right there. Morgan will attack and will be called for the offensive foul.
Right call against Moses Morgan. He actually lifted his elbow. That's why it hit the body of Williams.
So that's going to be another foul here on Moses Morgan. Timeout. Halfway done in the fourth. Mono Vampire ahead by 11. Alab will have the ball in the next possession. And we are back to the coverage. Next 5 games here for Mono Vampire. Well, we shift the season series to Stadium 29 in Bangkok. Alab Pilipinas will go there to face Mono Vampire. After that, it's going to be Saigon Heat on the road. And then, well, 4 out of the 5 next games for Mono Vampire will be at home. Only 1 road game, which is in the CIS Arena in Ho Chi Minh City versus the Saigon Heat. So that's something they can actually take advantage of. Could create a winning streak here. Mono Vampire ahead here by 11 points. Under 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Prince Williams, he's got 22, pull-up jumper. Not the best shot possible for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas there.
And Prince Williams apologizing to Coach Jimmy Alapag. Not the best of shots. I believe they wanted to, rotate the basketball.
Yeah. Morgan from the corner, short. And Domingo gets the board. Alab Pilipinas, well, interestingly, slowing it down here. Williams goes around. Flips it to Heading. Heading. Too strong on the triple try. Leash gets it. 4 minutes remaining. And Freddy Leash will handle for Mono. Shot clock is down to 10. Leash from the free throw line. Freddy Leash getting the deuce. Mono Vampire up to 91 points now. And the lead has been extended to 13 and 3 and 46 remaining. Back to the ball game. Under 4 minutes remaining in this one. On a Sunday here in the Philippines, we take a look at the next 5 games for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, and this is not an easy schedule at all. A couple of free home games actually in the next 5, all in Santa Rosa, and a couple of road games, including one against Mono at Stadium 29, which is going to be the next one on January 30, and against the Kuala Lumpur Dragons right there in Mabo Stadium.
Currently, Martin, Alab Pilipinas is at 6-3. The 3 losses came from Mono, came from Macau Wolf Warriors, and 1 from Singapore Snickers.
That's right. Those are the losses for Alab Pilipinas. Big Sam had to carve space to get that hoop. 80-91, 11 points now for Deguara. Check this, Morrison, Singletary, Lam, and Knowles accounting for 72 of Mono's 91 points and make that 74 now of the 93 of Mono. As Singletary scores his 20th point of the game. Heading. Going to Deguara. Deguara on the spin. Big Sam scores again.
Actually, credit that drop step by Sam Deguara. He was actually far from the ring, but because of his length, because of his size, his drop step, he was just right there for the easy layup.
And I think he is really taking it to Morrison because Morrison has 4 fouls. Float shot will not work. Morrison on the second try No good, but we have a foul against Deguara.
You can see this again, Martin. This post-up move. It was actually far from the basket, the jump shooting range, but that drop step inside, pushing Morrison away.
Yeah.
That's actually back-to-back possessions. I was talking about this one right here. The scooting his way in, and Morrison was deflated after that basket.
A little bit hard to score against Deguara. And this is a strong guy. Has a big frame, has that heft as well. So really a tough job for Morrison tonight, but he's holding his ground. You know, against Big Sam. Sam has 13 in limited minutes. Morrison's second one.
20 points.
Oh, 20. Oh, there you
21.
go. 21. So Morrison. Williams. They go to Deguara again. Big Sam kicking it out, heading for three. Too strong. Heading, another attempt. He misses again. And the rebound is grabbed by Knowles.
He flew high for the rebound. And that might be key for Alab to get back in this game. Put it on the post, make the defense help, kick it out to the shooters. You need threes right now.
Lamb driving. Lamb dishing. Pass deflected. And Alab Pilipinas will get the steal. Last push here for Alab. Lodo on the move. Lodo flips it up and in. Down to 11.
Full court press for Alab Pilipinas. Was 4 stops right now.
And Leash is up against Brickman. This is a better matchup for Jason Brickman defensively. Singletary driving, stopping on a dime, and feeding Morrison underneath.
As I mentioned in the third quarter, the story of the game was exchanging baskets. And right now, story's still the same.
Williams, all the way, no good. Deguara with the offensive board. And that's going to be the 5th foul on Mike Morrison.
A great effort by Mike Morrison. And Martin, I must credit. Go ahead, Martin.
Yeah, last foul on Mike Morrison right there. And look at that. Deguara ripping out the rebound, and then Morrison had no choice but to foul Big Sam.
Going back to my point, Sam Deguara has been in the ABL for quite some time. And that has been the strategy against him, to bump him, to play physical, to push him out. But it takes a lot of mental effort, mental toughness to actually not get mad or not lose your cool. And he has a cool personality, mild-mannered.
Yeah, talking about Big Sam.
Yeah,
doesn't get rattled a lot.
That's true.
Very composed player. And he knows, because he's that big.
All his life. Yes,
that's right.
It's been that position.
He knows that the other players will really take it to him, game in, game out. And Big Sam able to convert on the second one. 85-97. And that's going to be a kick ball maintained here by Mono Vampire. 85-97, a minute and 4 seconds remaining.
It has been the hot shooting of Mono Vampire. That's why they had the separation all game long.
And again, the way very admirable effort here on the road for a team from Thailand. Singletary drops it in. 100-85 now.
54% from the field.
And they get it to Deguara, who misses the dunk. One more time for Big Sam. And Mono Vampire, well, they will maintain that #1 position here in the ASEAN Basketball League. Alab Pilipinas, on the other hand, with 36.6 seconds remaining, they'll go down to 6-4.
52%, Martin, at the half is Mono Vampire. Now they had a better shooting output in the third and fourth quarter. 54%. That's no joke
Yeah.
especially in a basketball game. Usually it's only 30 to 40%, but to actually shoot 50 all game long, that's something special.
Knowles gets the rebound and some finishing touches here in the last 20 seconds of this game. Deguara on the second effort. Obviously not enough for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas here. They were unable to really overcome this lead. You know, I think it was down to at least 7 points earlier in the 5 points rather in the third quarter. But Mono again, they were able to maintain their composure and maintain their lead. Was just admirable in this game. They win it by 13, 102 to 89 against San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. And more importantly, they take the, season series lead, winning twice against Alab now here in the season, and moving up to 9-3 so far to maintain the best record in the ABL.
Together with this win, Martin, by Mono Vampire, the Macau Black Bears also took home the win with a 17-point lead against the Hong Kong Eastern, 97 to 80.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned creating separation. Solo first place are the Mono Vampire at 9-3, and it has been the offense and the hot shooting of Mike Singletary, Mike Morrison, Tyler Lamb. You have Moses Morgan, Fred Elish also putting in some quality numbers. Just too much for Alab Pilipinas this game.
102-89. You see the updated team standings, or at least records from both teams here. 9-3 for Mono Vampire and now 6-4 for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. They will need to regroup quickly as they try to face Mono again in their next game, January 30th. But they go back to Mono's home in Stadium 29 in Bangkok, Thailand. Let's take a look at the player of the game here, and it is Mike Singletary of Mono Vampire. An efficient outing for Mike today. 23 points, 8 rebounds, and I remember earlier, when Mono was actually struggling from the field, struggling to find his or their rhythm on the court, Mike Singletary just forced the issue and got himself to the line, and that's how they were able to get some points in.
Now averaging 21.9 points per game, a double-double for him. Double-double averages for Mike Singletary, 21 and 10, and he is the leading scorer for Mono Vampire.
Just on his average here in the season. As we take a look at the schedule, next 5 games for Alab Pilipinas. As I mentioned earlier, next one will be against Mono Vampire in Stadium 29. Afterwards, they will face Singapore in Santa Rosa, back here in the Philippines on February 2. Feb 4 in Malaysia, Saigon Heat, back here in Santa Rosa, Laguna, and also a home game on Feb 16 against the Macau Black Bears. So that's the remaining schedule. A tough one for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, but one they have to live with here if they want to improve their record here in the ABL. All right, so that does it for us here, Migs. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure working with you, Martin. And of course, Alab Pilipinas need to bounce back. May this be a lesson for them to improve their defense and also the way they run their offense. But then so far so good still for Coach Jimmy and his team. But we were mentioning a while ago the experience, the chemistry, the maturity of Mono Vampire, just bringing to us this season a great way to play basketball.
102-89 victory for Mono Vampire on behalf of the entire broadcast team right here on SNA. My partner Mix Bustos, our courtside reporter Ayana Perlas. This is Martin Javier saying good night, thank you, and see you guys in the next game right here in the ASEAN Basketball League Season number 10, Rise to Greatness.